Christmas party. Christmas has always been my favourite holiday. Snowy streets, the scent of pine and tangerines, family dinners, all of it creates a cosy atmosphere that's impossible to replace. But that year, I decided to stray from tradition and spend Christmas with my friends. We rented an old country house deep in the woods to throw a festive party. The house was huge, 2 stories tall, with a fireplace in the living room and large windows overlooking snow-covered pines. A swirling snowstorm greeted us as we arrived, adding to the atmosphere. Snowfall, warm lights in the windows, and laughter from my friends made everything feel perfect. The party began joyfully. We decorated the tree, made hot chocolate, and reminisced about funny moments from the past year. But little did I know, that night would turn into something I would never forget. The house had an old storage room we discovered while exploring. It was hidden behind a massive wooden door on the first floor. Inside were shelves full of antique items, candles, dishes, books, and even a few faded photographs. "What a treasure trove," Lisa, my best friend, exclaimed as she examined the shelves. We found a box labelled "Merry Christmas, 1924. Inside were old Christmas decorations, dusty garlands, and a peculiar ornament, a glass ball with a tiny angel figurine inside. "Let's hang it on the tree," suggested Max, one of our friends. We all agreed without giving it much thought. As I hung the ornament, I noticed it shimmered with a strange, cold glow whenever the firelight touched it. Around midnight, I began to feel uneasy. The house seemed colder, even though the fireplace was still burning. Suddenly, the lights flickered and the decorations on the tree began to sway, as if someone had brushed past them. "It's just the wind," Max muttered, trying to reassure us. But the wind couldn't explain what happened next. The glass ball with the angel suddenly fell from the tree and rolled across the floor, even though its hook had been secure. "Maybe it wasn't hung properly," Lisa said, her voice trembling. We picked up the ball and placed it on the mantel above the fireplace. But a sense of unease had already settled over us. When the evening quieted down and everyone went to bed, I was suddenly awakened by a strange sound. It was a whisper, as if someone was speaking right into my ear. "Bring her back! Bring her back!" I sat up abruptly, looking around the room. Everyone was asleep. The whisper had an eerie tone, like it wasn't coming from this world. Summoning my courage, I went downstairs to the fireplace. The glass ball with the angel was glowing faintly. Cracks had appeared on its surface, and soft light was seeping through them. Then I felt it. Someone was watching me. Turning around, I saw a woman's figure in the corner of the room. She was dressed in an old-fashioned gown, her face pale and her eyes filled with sorrow. "Who are you?" I whispered, but there was no response. The figure simply vanished. The next morning, I told my friends what had happened. We decided to go back to the storage room and take another look at the box of Christmas decorations. At the bottom of the box, we found an old letter. It was written in elegant handwriting. "This Christmas was meant to be the happiest, but we lost something precious. If you found this ornament, please return it to the place where it was created. Only then will peace be restored." We were stunned. The letter spoke of returning the ornament to a small house on the edge of the woods. We didn't want to wait and decided to go to the location that night. The snowstorm had grown stronger and the forest was dark and foreboding. After about an hour of searching, we finally found a small wooden house. Inside, the air was cold and still. On the mantel above the fireplace, there were other glass ornaments similar to ours. We placed the angel among them, and suddenly, the room filled with a soft, warm glow. The woman appeared again, but this time her eyes were no longer sorrowful. "Thank you," she whispered, and then faded away like a wisp of smoke. When we returned to our rented house, the atmosphere was entirely different. The cold, the strange noises, and the feeling of unease were all gone. Instead, the house felt warm and welcoming. That Christmas taught us something important. Even the most mysterious events can be part of something greater. And that holiday became not just a time for gifts, but a true miracle we would never forget.